Hello, this is Beastly Eel with another Eel Talk, and may the fourth be with you. On this special episode, we're going to be talking about The Bad Batch. The series premiere aired today actually. I just happened to watch it tonight. And for those of you who don't know, I mentioned it in my last video, or 2 videos ago. The Bad Batch is about Squad 99, who are a batch of clones who are enhanced. They're abnormalities. So each one has their own skill set because of the abnormality that was created. So the series opens up at the very end of the Clone Wars, right before Order 66 is laid out. Order 66 is a program that was put into every single clone to make sure that they would kill all the Jedi. So during this is one of the final fights, and we meet a familiar character. For those of you who have watched many of the Star Wars shows, we actually have a returning character. Granted, it's a much younger version than we've ever seen him, but it's Kane. He was from Rebels. He was the Jedi teacher. And we see him as a Padawan in this. So anyway, we see why he hates the clones. Because what happens is he goes with Squad 99 to go help them out. And while that's happening, Order 66 is ordered, and his Jedi Master is taken out, and he watches it. While this is going on, we see Crosshairs kind of getting odd. Not as weird as everybody else, obviously, but definitely showing some signs that Order 66 is affecting him in some sort of capacity, but definitely not as severe as the rest of the clones. So he actually tries to kill Kane. Fails. Hunter lets Kane escape. Crosshairs was not happy with it. They go back to their home, and it's completely different. They notice that all the clones are acting strange. They're not acting the same way as they did before. They are completely different, and it's confusing them completely. And they hear rumors that they're going to be checking every single clone, but they're not telling why or how or anything. So Hunter's very suspicious. Tech is also suspicious, but he's also not surprised. We meet Omega, who is a female. We don't know much about her in the beginning. We find out later who she is. But right away, we don't know anything about her. So, in the lunch scene, they go to the mess hall and they're eating. Omega sits with them because she feels the closest to them than anybody else there. Hunter doesn't want her there. He feels she's gonna just get picked on and kind of messed with because she's hanging out with them, the rejects. So, some random clone insults Squad 99, and Omega throws food at him. He gets pissed. Then Wrecker throws food, and it becomes a huge fight. It's broken up. Crosshairs continues to talk about all of the reasons why they shouldn't listen to Hunter. Hunter is disobeying orders, blah, 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 and it continues, and it's getting very odd. So, it comes to find out they get called to, I don't want to say the main office, because that's a stupid way of thinking of it. It's almost like the principal's office, but it's the head guy who's actually going to be evaluating the clones. And it is somebody who's been known to hate clones. So anyway, they go up and kind of meet with the person to figure out what the heck's going on. They find out that they're going to be evaluated on, and they're not going to be scammed. They're going to go through a training module. They've done it a million times. They're not they're not worried about it whatsoever. They do an excellent job and take out all of the objectives. The instructor goes, use real ammunition. There's protest, but in the end, it was done. They faced these two robots who took out Wrecker with little problem. They had to use intense skill to actually defeat them, but they finally did. The way it ended was Wrecker threw a knife, Crosshair shot it, and smashed right through one of the robots in the head. Took it out completely. Um, it was definitely interesting. At the end of that, we hear the main guy talking to the clone creator, just trying to figure out, why are they the way they are. They're enhanced. They're a little different than everybody else, and talking about do they follow Order 66, and they claim that, well, since all of them were taken out, it's assumed that they followed Order 66. And in actuality, he goes, no. He goes, because it looks like one of the reports from one of their own states that they let one of the young ones escape. So he does a test on them. So he wants to put them on a mission to take out the enemy, to remove them, and how they're robots and they must be taken out. So they go to the place. They start doing scans and everything, and Tech notices there's no signatures of robots, but there's heat signatures. Hunter doesn't like it. Crosshairs is ready to open fire, ready to eliminate everybody there. Hunter um, tells him to stand down and end. We're done. We need to figure out what the hell's going on. They get stopped by the rebels. Insurgents, actually, is what they're called. And we meet another familiar character. He was in the Clone Wars, he was in Rebels, he was in Rogue One. For the life of me, I can't think of his name now. But he was the one who lost his sister in the Clone Wars and then went radical and went super crazy. And this is where we kind of see him right after his sister dies, if I remember correctly. Yeah, right after his sister dies. Um, I say right after, but it could have been a couple of years after, but very close to it compared to all the other times. And he's basically telling them that they're the Empire now, and they're just the Emperor's drones. So they let them free and didn't kill any of them, and they go to leave. And Tech was talking about Omega because before they left, they were asked how many were left, and the clone creator said there were only 5 enhanced clones that remained. And Tech put 2 and 2 together. He goes, "Oh, Omega is a clone." Because Echo is not an enhanced clone. He was just he was a reg before he got damaged, I guess is the best way to put it. So they realize that she's a clone and the first female clone ever. So they go back to save her. Crosshairs is against it. He's really sick and tired of not following the rules, and he's sick and tired of orders not being followed, and it's just not thrilled. So they get there, and they go to stop, get Echo. Oh, not Echo, sorry. They go to get Omega. They're stopped and captured. They're put in a holding cell to wait there. And they find Omega already in the cell with them. So they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. How are they going to escape? The guy who hates the clones wants Crosshairs out because he wants to do more tests on him. So they go take him out. They're not happy with it, but they do it anyway. They do the scans on Crosshair and they notice that his chip was damaged, but not severely. He still had some remnants of Order 66 in his head. And he asked if it could be enhanced, and the clone creator said, of course. So they made sure to do some tests on it to try to increase Order 66, or the chip inside his head. While that's going on, the rest of the group is trying to escape their cell. The good thing is, Tech has said that the cells were created for regular clones, not for the enhanced ones like Wrecker. So they find a spot and punch a hole through. Omega goes in, tries to escape. They can't find. So the guards realize that Omega's gone, and they're trying to figure out what the heck's going on. They're not given any information. Wrecker's threatening them to come after him. So Omega falls through the vent, opens up the cell. Wrecker takes out the guys, and they go into the armory to get their weapons. They're getting ready to escape. They get to the hangar, and Crosshairs is there, ready to kill them, and he's trying to kill them. Omega helps and open fires as well, and they start shooting, and they're able to escape only with the help of the clone creator blocking access to the controls from her end. She let them escape. Now they say they go to a place. They're going to a place that they know somebody. Not gonna lie, I think it should ring a bell, but it's not ringing a bell for me. I don't know. I'd like to think it's Obi-Wan, maybe. I don't know, but to be honest with you, I have no idea. Um, it just doesn't ring a bell for me, or maybe it's not supposed to. I don't know. So anyway, that's how the episode ends, and it's the very first episode. It was a long one, but a good one. So, some thoughts. The big shock for me was that Crosshairs was actually affected by Order 66. I was not expecting any of them to actually be affected by Order 66. That was interesting. So it looks like Crosshairs is going to be the villain in some sort of capacity. Omega is a female clone. Was not expecting that. We have the Empire really just starting. We haven't really met anybody like, I don't want to say we haven't met anybody because we have met two reoccurring characters that have been in other series before. I was expecting, I don't know, I wasn't expecting that. It was so good though. They did such a great job with it that I'm not mad about it. I just was expecting them to be more places. But definitely perfect. Where are they going to go now? I don't know. I mean, realistically, I have no idea. I know the Empire is going to be after Clone Group 99, hunting them down. I'm trying to think of what, like, I don't know who else we're going to see. There's the potential of seeing Obi-Wan. There's the potential of seeing Darth Vader. There is the potential of seeing Rex and Cody. Cody? Rex for sure. There's a potential. There's a potential of Ahsoka. There's just so many different ways they could go, and I don't know what's going to happen. I can't imagine them staying on the run, so it's going to be interesting. So for now, they're going to meet somebody that they know. Crosshairs is going to be going after them because he knows they're not dead, and he'll want to take them out. And for right now, him and the Empire look like they're going to be the bad guys of this season. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I really, there was so much going on and so many things they could do. Like they just left the door open to go anywhere. And I think that's what makes it so great because we have no idea where they're going to go now. And because of that, we just don't know where they're going. But it was still a great episode. So for now, this is Beastly Eel. on this happy Star Wars Day. Signing out. Have a good night.